Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hello.
Sorry about that. We just had to switch over, so we had some lights. So I kind of wanted to continue the conversation. We got started yesterday in chat. Was trying to let a couple more folks get on. Oh, quick disclaimer: the music that is used for our intro is off of Uppbeat. It is produced by Northwestern, and the name of it is New Beginnings. It is copyright and royalty free, and I do have the licensing information for it upon request. All right, now that'll be in the description starting tomorrow, just so we can cover that. And I don't have to do that disclaimer thing anymore. So there you go, YouTube, following the rules, citing my sources. Everything we discuss here is for informational purposes only. I'm not a doctor, a pharmacist, a medical practitioner, a homeopathic medicine practitioner, or anything of the sort. There's my other disclaimer. Please check with your doctor for medical advice. Okay. Now that we've got that said.
Yeah, right. Oh.
Forgive us, we're trying to learn the rules. All right, so I did a wee bit of book research. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm trying to research a couple things and still, support our brothers and sisters out there in the YouTube world. So I did get a little bit of research done on a couple of different plants that have that grow in general areas, mostly across the United States. Some of them are Northwestern, which is
coffee.
Yeah, which is Northeastern. I'm sorry, which is where we're located. The section we're located in. I am happy to do research for you guys. If you let me know what you want me to look into, if there's a plant that grows specifically in your area, or if you want me to look into what plants grow specifically in your area for certain medicinal purposes, or whether they're edible or not, and all that good stuff, I'm happy to look into that for you, and to get you on the road and point you in the right direction. Start looking for those things yourself. Oh, right on, Matt. Thank you. Let me grab that link real quick.
Say something about.
Oh, it's not letting me grab it.
Say hi to her.
Huh? Hi, Betty. Good to see you over here. Matt, everybody, anybody that's on watching and hasn't checked in yet, welcome, welcome. All right, so I can't remember who had asked me about water pills yesterday.
Work in progress.
Working. Oh, I don't think he's on here yet. You guys, pinned to the bottom of the screen, that is Matt's channel. Please go check him out. We will be checking him out later. Matt, I don't know if you do lives. If you do, please let us know in chat there what time your show comes on, or what time you try to post every day, and we'll try to keep up. And all right on. We recommend, and this was recommended to us, since you're just starting out, StreamYard, okay, versus Zoom or Restream, because this is a free streaming service. You have X amount of free hours a month, and you can hook it right to a YouTube channel and go live without having the subscribers
required amount for.
And the other thing is, then you don't have to spend hours doing uploads either, because you can just share a video file and play that video file rather, on a live feed, and it makes it a lot easier. So Oh, awesome. Yeah, let us know, Matt. We'll come join a conversation. We like talking about lots of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
We're game for a conversation. All right, so I guess I'll start. We talked about mushrooms yesterday, and that was kind of what got that ball rolling on back to plant medicine. So we will start there again and see where it takes us, and let some folks get in here so that they can catch this. All right, so turkey tail mushroom was mentioned quite a bit yesterday in chat. Pardon me. And I found some information for medicinal uses, and I'm going to show you my source right now. Um, this is actually one of the lost books of the Lost Book series um, by Nicole Applian, PhD. So she is a doctor. All right. And Claude Davis, he wrote this, and he's the author of the original The Lost Ways series and all that. This is one book that has a good general overview of medicinal and edible uses. Contains full color pictures. They're not gloss pages though, so if you want something that's going to hold up a little bit better and to carry out with you and walk around and do whatever, yeah, it is a great book. I do like it. It's a nice quick reference, and that's what I like about it, because I have the in-depth books, um, but this one is just a nice quick reference. It's written in a way that even my daughter can read it and understand it. So it's not like reading gibberish to her, you know. Hey, Kathy. Um, so I do like that about it. It's reasonably priced. It's a good starter book. It is really a good starter book, and it'll give you an overview because it doesn't focus in any one section, you know, of the Northern American continent. So it is a good source. It is a good source. You'll at least have some information of every area. And there's more than just plants in here. You know, he's got tree identification, the things you can use different trees for, where those trees are located, um, a little bit of household stuff. So, hi Maria. Yeah, ours is too. I think it's a series of storms. Our power is actually out. We're switched over to our solar.
Actually, I need to go and check. Check
Yeah. All right. I've got this. All right. So turkey tail mushroom, guys. I found our picture of it. Give me a minute here. Can you guys see that? That is a turkey tail mushroom. All right. I'm going to read you a wee bit about it. They've been used for centuries in Japanese and Chinese medicine. They're called yunqi in China, and they're commonly used as an adjuvant cancer therapy. They complement radiation and chemo. So, used in conjunction, I'm sure, because it does have some super immune boosting properties. So, let me read to you real quick about the identification, because, again, correctly identifying your plants, your mushrooms, any of that is vital, right? So, turkey tail mushrooms grow in colonies on tree stumps or fallen logs. Their caps are multicolored with concentric circles of alternating colors. Bands may be black, brown, tan, gray, blue, red, orange, or white. And commonly in our area, we have the black, brown, tan, and gray. Every once in a while, you'll see the orange ones, but it is probably where we're located and how our climate is. But we usually get the more less colorful variety here. Um, they can grow up to 4 inches wide, and usually you can. I mean, they're really easy to find, you guys. like you said, fallen logs, tree stumps, mossy logs. We always find them with like on mossy logs. That's where we find them around here, and they're everywhere. Um, they have wavy growing edges that are white or nearly white, like a kind of grayish white. And they're just like uh, kind of like gosh howdy, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like a skirt hem, like that wavy of the material. Um, so it does say that they are edible, very nutritious, and full of vitamins and mineral, but they don't digest well, and so normally they're more used for medicine. Now, awesome, yeah, this is a good book to have. It's a good beginner's overview, and it gives you a good idea of learning to identify, to go out and start doing real plant identification. So I find these books are really helpful, and like I said, they're written in a way that even my daughter, I've done we homeschool. You guys that have been with us, that we're big homeschoolers. And we're big on unschooling. So some of her unschooling, some of her criteria is I make her read sections. And we go out and we do plant identification. And so I don't make her like do writing assignments or anything like that with this, because I feel like that hands-on knowledge at this point is more important than her being able to write down a bunch of facts. She knows which ones are medicinal and usually how to use them. And she knows which ones are edible and which ones are not. She knows which ones she likes that are edible and which ones she doesn't. So we're very careful about it, but we make sure that she knows how to find the information, and that it's and that's what I like about the Lost Ways books. They are written in a way that you don't have to have a degree in horticulture to understand them. Okay. So keep that in mind, and don't let this stuff intimidate you. There's a lot of intimidating information out there, but you don't have to be intimidated by it. There are sources that'll give you a good foundation, to start with. Lost Ways, what's this one again? The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. It's a good place to start. Full color pictures, lots of information. And don't skip over the identification part, because, again, really, really important. Yeah, so medicinal uses. You can do it in tincture and take it daily as part of a daily health routine. You can take and a lot of times you'll see you can go out to a health food store and find dried turkey tail mushroom, and you can get turkey tail tea. So it helps to regulate your immune system, and it prevents and treats the cold and the flu. So it'd probably treat some other stuff too, don't you think? Um, Nutrients, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory components in the turkey tail mushroom regulates the immune system and helps to fight off diseases. And it's a very good antiviral. So there you go. And that's not me saying that. That's Dr. Nicole Apelian, PhD. Fights cancer and supports cancer patients. So turkey tail mushrooms are often used for cancer patients to kill off the cancer cells and tumors and to support the immune system while undergoing chemotherapy. Strengthens the immune system, helps your body fight the disease, and protects your body from additional infections. And that's anybody that's got a compromised immune system knows that uh, when you're sick or when you're going through any kind of a treatment, be it powerful antibiotics or chemotherapy, and I know they're not the same thing. I am not belittling that, but I know people that have recurring MRSA infections because of that specific bacteria being over rampant in their body due to other immunodisorders that they have. And these are simply things that they've caught afterwards. Hi, artist. Um, so these are things to think about. If you've got something natural, right, and you're using that chemotherapy, you're literally killing off all your cells and forcing your body to regrow. So in that time, your body is super vulnerable. So it's kind of the same thing with antibiotics, right? Because you're introducing something to your body to try and fight off something that your body is incapable of fighting off itself. And so the importance of that is that you're strengthening your immune system to fight against other infections, to keep other things away while the medicine is doing its job. So that's really important, and it can't be underestimated. Just my opinion. And so I'm just gonna I don't want to like read word for word what all this says. You guys can look into this. But treats HPV, cervical dysplasia, herpes, and shingles. Um, and the way it does that is because it fights bacteria and viruses. So it is effective in treating these other things. Which are literal viruses. A lot of almost everything it mentioned there is a virus that lives within your body, and there are multiple viruses and bacteria that live within our body. Some are beneficial and some are not. Um, which one wins is which one you feed, right? So keep that in mind, because your food does have a lot to do with your health. What you're taking into your body has a lot to do with your health. And I say that full well knowing that I'm a smoker, and that's probably the most terrible thing I can do for myself. And I am working on quitting. I think I found something that might help me to fight off the cravings that's cost effective. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how it works. And then once I've tested that, I will happily report to you guys what that is. But I don't want to make mention of it until I've tested it to see if it even helps. Okay? So bear with me. I will get that information to you if I can stop. I've been a smoker for 32 years, 33 years. So, yeah. Yeah, Betty. Yeah, turkey tail is great. It they use it to help treat and prevent HIV and AIDS, you guys. HIV and AIDS is, I think, where I first learned about autoimmune disorders, right? And how that is an intercellular thing. And once a disease has entered your cells, the way your cells work and how they create protein strands and just the different way our bodies work. If you can treat an intercellular disease, think about that for 1 minute, because autoimmune disorders typically are chronic because they always escalate. And yeah, Betty, I'm going to try it out first and I'm going to see if it works, because I don't want to give you guys bad information. But I'll tell you this, if you guys would like to try it, make sure that it is not going to affect or counteract any medications that you already may be on or any supplements you may already be taking. But I was told by a little Amish lady that a little bit of baking soda in water helps with the cravings, and it takes away the cravings, and it helps to gather the toxins in your blood and stuff to clean your body faster, to detox your body from the chemicals. So I'm going to try it. And then if that doesn't satisfy my cravings, the other thing I'm going to try, which I was told may also work, is a little bit of diatomaceous earth and water. And I know that you can literally do that to detox your body of heavy metals and chemicals. So that is one method. You have to know though that if you do either one of these, you have to increase your water intake, and especially the diatomaceous earth. You have to increase your water intake by an additional 12 to 15 glasses of water a day, because you will be so very thirsty. And that's how diatomaceous earth works. I mean, most of us, I think, probably that are here already know what diatomaceous earth is. If you don't, it's a bunch of little fossilized bugs and algae and stuff in earth, right? But it's crushed up real fine. Well, you can use that. It is safe for kids and pets. But having said that, you guys, if it's inhaled or you get it in your eyes, you need to wash your eyes immediately. You you shouldn't be inhaling it into your lungs. You won't be able to breathe. It'll like cut up your lungs, because that's how it kills fleas, and that's how it takes care of ticks, is because those little the exoskeletons of those little fossils and stuff, um, they cut open the exoskeletons on the fleas and the ticks, and then they just dehydrate and basically starve to death. Um, and that's how it works for that. So if you do dry dusting, make sure it's not an area where your dog or your cat or a child is going to go over and start playing in it, because that's not a good thing. Oh gosh, yeah, it is. I I successfully stopped smoking twice in my life. Both times I was younger, so I hadn't been smoking as long. And both times it was severely stressful events that brought me back to it. Um, and I want to get to the point where I don't have a severe stress reaction, right, to any event. And I feel like I'm there. So I feel like were I to stop now, I could maybe do it successfully, right? And not have to uh fight the urge for however many years to come, and I know it is mind over matter. After you get the chemicals out of your body, then it is purely psychological, and you need to give yourself another habit for that. And I will roll up a piece of paper or get a lollipop stick. Like, you can just buy the candy sticks and stuff. Not candy, the lollipop sticks to make like suckers and stuff at the store. Get you a bag of those and use that for your hands and for your mouth to start with, until you can get over that muscle memory of it, because there is some muscle memory tied to that, to smoking. It's terrible, terrible habit. Um, and I say that being a smoker. So, all right. So I'm sorry, guys. I got a little off track there. Um, So it it can help prevent and treat HIV, AIDS, and our carpo- Kaposi sarcoma, which is like the skin cancer that comes with AIDS and HIV in some patients. So it keeps the HIV from being able to bind to your lymphocytes, which that's pretty important. So also it can help with diabetes by lowering your levels of glucose in the bloodstream and managing blood sugar levels in diabetics. So it can manage candida yeast overgrowth, uh, which candida is responsible for a lot of things. Jock itch, athlete's foot, uh, yeast infections, and most people don't know, but you can get yeast infections in your mouth as well if your candida yeast overgrowth is too high in your body and you're not managing that in some way. Um, it doesn't happen to a lot of people, but it does happen. Yeah, good idea, buddy. But so these are things to think about. So diatomaceous earth will also help with that stuff. There are a lot of things available in nature that we can use to help out with whatever issues we've got going on with our bodies. So it's just something to think about. Did a little bit of research in it. I just wanted to start with that one because that mushroom talk we had yesterday led to a lot of different questions. I am going to do a cooking show, but I am looking at gluten-free, dairy-free recipes by request. So do you guys want me to just do like a, do you want me to do like a whole meal, gluten-free type meal, gluten-free, dairy-free meal, or do you want me to just do a dish? Let me know. So, yeah, so I did that. I looked into activated charcoal also is a good detoxer. And you, again, you have to increase your water intake with this. But activated charcoal, a little bit in a cup of water a day, 10 days on, 10 days off, and you do it 5 times. Okay. And what it does is all your heavy metals and the toxins in your blood go and attract to the activated charcoal and get passed out of your blood. And so that's another good way to detox your body. I guess we're going to do a lot of detoxing talk today. Does anybody want to come up and join me for a conversation? Because I'm just sitting up here all alone. I will go ahead and put the link in. You guys are welcome to come up, as always. You do not have to show your face if you're uncomfortable with that, but I would enjoy the conversation. So yeah, so activated charcoal. We keep this at our house. I don't use it as many things as I want to because I don't have another really good source of it other than running down to the health store and grabbing it. And until I can find a way to either make it myself or find another natural source of it, that's probably how we'll do, because you can use this for internal medicine. You can use this for external medicine. You can use it for snake bites, poisonous spider bites, and insect stings. And I bring this up because even here in Ohio, we have the brown recluse, we have the wolf spider, and for the first time in my life, and I was born and raised here, I've lived other places, but I was born and raised in Ohio. For the first time in my life, I saw a black widow spider on my front porch 4 or 5 years ago. And I have never seen one since, but I do know that they exist in parts of Ohio. So these spider bites are poisonous, right? They affect you in different ways. Neither of these spider bites have a. I think the black widow does have a neurological agent in it. So this would be something you'd have to get to quick. But, you know, mix equal parts of activated charcoal and coconut oil together and put that all on the bite and in the surrounding area. Like, the bite's going to be the tip of my fingernail. Sorry, guys, tip of my fingernail. And the surrounding area is going to be about like that, because what most people don't realize about spider bites is their venom spreads to the tissue around the injection site. And that's how it works. Artists, you can get diatomaceous earth just about anywhere. If you're going to use diatomaceous earth as internal medicine, and you can use it in your garden, it'll keep snails and slugs off your plants. It'll keep aphids from living. It'll keep those borers from getting under the roots of certain plants. You want to get food grade, though. If you're just gonna, if you want a multi-purpose one, get food grade diatomaceous earth. You can get it at health stores. Sometimes you can find it at agricultural stores. You can get, when I do our pets, I put a little bit in wet food for them once a year, okay, as a dewormer. Because that was the first way I ever learned how to use it, was as a dewormer, and then as pest control. It's organic pest control. It's the best kind there is. Hey, Silver. So you get food grade. That way you can use it internally as well. Okay. And again, if you're going to do that, do a little bit of research on it first. Make sure what you need to do. Um, do you need to have it with water? Do you need to have, or do you need to have it with a meal? Do you have to have it an hour before, 2 hours after? There are certain things that you want to make sure of so that you're doing the process properly, and you're not turning a good thing into something that could be harmful to your body. So look into it a little bit, okay? Just to make sure, and make sure that it's not going to interact with any medications you take, even over-the-counter medications. If you don't have a doctor that you trust that you can go to, you don't want to be bothered going to them, go to your pharmacist, go to your local store. Hi, Maria. Uh,
Oh, hi,
at a
Heather.
pharmacy, or even, hi, Maria.
How are
Give
you?
me 1 minute.
Sure.
Good. You can call up Wally World and ask for the pharmacy and ask to talk to the pharmacist. You can call up any one of those like places and just ask to talk to them. You don't even have to be a customer there, but call pharmacist and ask him, is this going to interact with my allergy medication that I take, my over the counter pain medication? You know, you don't have to tell them what exactly you're doing, but you can just ask, what are the interactions? What are the counter actions? Some things that are natural will counteract medicine. So always pay attention to that. But you can get them at health food stores. You can get food grade diatomaceous earth and activated charcoal. So those are good to have. Sometimes you can find that stuff at camping stores, organic gardening stores, but you're probably not going to find food grade at a gardening store. You might be surprised though if you have a little local grower. So, hi Maria, what do you want to talk about today?
Oh, hi. I know you were talking about mushrooms.
Yeah,
Can you hear me okay?
yeah,
Okay. I recently to trying to take more natural vitamins or whatever for his immune system, and I take this stuff that's derived from, I don't know how to say it. I think it's reishi mushrooms,
yeah,
Reish. Have you heard of that?
yeah. Actually, it's listed. If you look, if you said you have this book, right, Maria? They
No,
actually
I don't
mention
have
the reishi mushrooms in here with the turkey tail.
no,
So I imagine
I
it's
don't
much
have.
like the turkey tail.
Oh, I don't have the book. No, but I don't have the
Yeah, it
book. But I
says
thought
use.
I heard.
Go ahead.
I don't have the book, but I thought I heard you mention reishi mushroom, and I grabbed my bottle of supplements and said, "Oh, that's what I take also." And I said, "I never thought anybody ever heard of it."
Yeah, no, that's a really good mushroom to have as well. It's used along with the turkey tail to treat viral infections like HPV, which is human papillomavirus, herpes, and shingles. And so that's got to be some powerful medicine right there. And I know I've heard of reishi mushrooms. You can get those, and they can help with a lot of things, a lot of different things. So
Uh,
that's a
I
really good
I was
supplement.
just do, I was just doing some research on immune system, and this came up. It's a little expensive, but I thought I'd try it, and it does give you a lot of energy, which I need.
Good. Yeah, and
But
some of these give you more energy just by helping your body to detox.
yeah, I need a lot of that. I started a plant based diet with my doctor's recommendation because I have so much weight to lose. He wants me to lose 60 pounds. And he's a plant based person for years.
Oh, that's
And I just said,
wonderful.
oh, I never thought I could do it. To be honest with you, I said, forget it. I can't. How can I not eat meat? No eggs, no dairy, no milk. But you have to do a lot of research on the internet to find recipes because it's hard. I just made macaroni and cheese with cauliflower sauce but it's
Ooh.
very it's all right. I mean, you gotta, I don't know.
I love
It's hard. Some
I
of the
have an
things I
eggplant
make,
parmesan that would knock your socks off.
I know, but I can't have oil either.
You don't
No
have to use
oil and no.
oil.
No. Oh, maybe you
No,
could
you can
make
do
that.
it without. I didn't use any oil when I made ours. It's how you prepare the
Oh,
eggplant that makes the difference.
oh, well, that's good to know. But I tried making it in the air fryer and it came out terrible. I don't know. Maybe then I tried
uh,
making it in the oven, it came out horrible. So I just said forget it. But now I just try to do soups because I find that if I do a vegetable soup or it lasts me like a couple of days. And you have to cook everything. It's such a difference. Nothing, nothing boxed, nothing prepared. Everything has to
Yeah.
be everything you can make. And I'm finding it hard because I mean I always cook, but I always use spoons. I'll be honest with you.
Uh,
But this is a lot of work.
it is. Um, are you doing gluten free as well? I mean, now that you're doing the plant diet, are you doing just
Yeah, basically, yeah. There's no bread, no flour. The only thing I'm allowed to have is that Ezekiel bread because it's made with sprouts. I don't know. I don't. It's a flour-free bread, but you're not really supposed to have that often. Or you could have a corn tortilla. Uh, they sell them at Trader Joe's. They're just corn, no flour, no nothing. It's very hard to find any kind of a bread product. But I do cheat once in a while when I have a veggie burger. I put on a bun. I'm
what about
sorry, I can.
what about rice flour or spelt flour?
Yeah, I get. Yes, you could
Because
use
they're
that
not
too. But
they're not from grain.
yes, I make my own oat flour. When I make my waffles, I just put oats in the blender, and then I make a waffle with the oat flour, oat milk, and a banana. But I don't know how to work with that to make bread. I don't know if there's a special way with the spelt flour, and there's also einkorn flour or something. I don't even know, but it's hard to.
I think that's
I
good.
have like to. Yeah, I would like to try it, but I don't know if there's a special technique you have to use with that flour. Does it, other than I only have a bread machine. I'm not good at bread making, but you can use that to make flour. I don't know what that all means, but the Ezekiel flour is just made from sprouts. I don't know what that is either because I'm new to this, but I really don't have any bread at all. Rarely. And if I have
Yeah.
pasta, which I had this afternoon, I have lentil pasta. It's all right. And I had the brown rice pasta. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. I can't help it. And then they say you can have whole wheat pasta. So I don't understand how you could have that, but no bread. But I don't like any of it, so it's kind of good. So I don't eat it. I just can't have it. It's disgusting. It's like glue.
All right. So you're doing a plant-based, gluten-free, pretty much.
Yeah, no
You're
dairy.
struggling to do. I'll tell you what. I will get stuff together. And I will get together a couple different channels that I like that do some of that. There's one lady that had she was a prepper and she couldn't have gluten. She had that disease. What's that disease where you can't have gluten at all because it's blood?
Celiac. Celiac.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. And she had that, and but she used rice flour. And I know that like if you wanted to make like um go thicker soups instead of just brothy stews, you can use a thickener that doesn't come from not flour or it's not cornstarch. You can use arrowroot to thicken
Oh
things
yeah,
on the plant-based diet,
I know.
and
I
we
bought
get
a little
that down at
jar of
our
that.
bulk store.
Oh, you're lucky because if you buy a little jar of it, it's like $5. I tried it. I just use. You know what I do is I puree. If I'm making a soup with beans, I puree the beans in the blender and then I add it back to the soup because I don't have one of those. machines that makes the soup. But I just find it very hard. I'm trying not to get discouraged, but it's so much work.
Oh, Maria. I know. My mother-in-law changed over to that diet, and she said she had more energy. She was feeling better, but she was getting discouraged too. But one of the things that she found that she really enjoyed was hummus because it was,
Oh,
more solid.
yeah.
You can make your own crackers, um, rather than a bread, so you've got something different. You can make your own crackers with like a rice flour. There's no leavening, so or
I
an
should
oat
try.
flour, and then roll them out thin and bake them. Um,
Yeah,
so
I should
you
try that.
have all.
I I don't like hummus, but I tried it. I don't know. I'm strange
Now,
like that. I never had any of this stuff, and it tastes weird to me. I guess I'm used to it. I'm not used to that food. I'm Italian. I'm used to meatballs, lasagna.
oh,
I can't have I can't have
well,
any of that
listen,
anymore.
Italian.
listen. There's and that's great that you said that because hummus is literally ground up something, right? I've seen
Yeah,
sweet
it
potato hummus,
tastes.
chickpea hummus, black bean hummus, and the
Uh,
best is when you make it yourself, right?
I know.
I've had it a
I don't
bunch
know
of different
how.
ways. All right, so you I take what your preferred bean, right?
Right.
Or whatever. Like I said, you can use sweet potatoes too if you like sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, put that in your food processor. Put the sweet potato in your food processor.
See,
Um,
that's the thing. I don't have a food processor. I have to buy one. I don't have one.
well,
I only use the
okay,
blender.
no, that's
Everything gets
fine. That's fine. Well, you need to bake it first, regardless of how you do it. You need to bake it
right,
first, right? And you can have
right,
baked sweet potatoes. You can have baked sweet potato fries. They're really yummy. And then put a little bit of
yeah,
cinnamon on them,
right. Well,
or
he's
make a
allowed
cinnamon
to.
honey dip.
Yeah, I'm
There's, I
allowed to
mean,
have like. Yeah, I'm only allowed to have like one starch. Like if I have sweet potatoes, I have to have them the whole week. And then the other half is called the starch solution. Then the other half of the plate is your non-starchy vegetables. Then the next week you could do rice. But I'm getting tired of that too, so I kind of switch it up. But sometimes I just have potatoes for dinner and a side of spinach, or potatoes and a side of broccoli. But that's Jeff. You have to divide your plate in half. Half has to be potatoes, either baked potato, sweet potato, air fried potato, and then the other side is a vegetable. But I'm just getting so sick of it. So I tried making this macaroni and cheese with cauliflower once. It was like glue. It was disgusting. So it's another. I had to throw most of that out. I had a lot of trial and error, but it was horrible. Horrible. I mean,
well,
maybe somebody else would like it. I was like, oh, this is disgusting.
I'll tell you what. I'll put together some stuff, and we'll do the whole bunch of links in the description for you to go check out. And but
Thank you.
we'll do something together on air for you guys. Um, something a little bit different, and we'll do an entire show on this because I think there are a lot of people out there. Now, that being said, if you're having a problem, for those of you that are not on a plant-based diet, or you are on a plant-based diet but you're still allowing yourself to have glutens, some people don't digest glutens very well. But what you can do
What do
to
you?
help that is to pre-soak your flour, whatever flour you're using, or your oats, or however you want to do that. Um, but you pre-soak them with either a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and if you're buying it and not making it, Greg's is the one we prefer. Um, they don't pay me to say that. That's just the one we prefer. Has the mother in it. Um, and you can pre-soak them. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a cup of water, and pre-soak your flours for like overnight before, and then make your bread or make your whatever you're going to do the next day, because that breaks down the proteins in and the glutens in those in those products and makes them easier to digest. If you don't like that little flavor of apple cider vinegar, which isn't much, you can try lemon juice. Lemon juice, you pre-soak your rice, you're going to find that it digests easier. Things like that. So, and whey, you can also use whey if you do dairy. Whey is just the stuff left over after you make cheese or yogurt.
Wow. Well, I'll let you go, have you let somebody else come on, but you are a wealth of information. I don't know how you know all this because this is new to me and I'm finding it very hard. I'm struggling, but I'm just boring. If I try a recipe, I wind up I hate it and I'm throwing it all out. So I just stick with the
Yeah.
potatoes and the vegetables. I haven't found anything that like they try to make it seem like you're eating, the Alfredo sauce or the macaroni cheese sauce, but it's to me it was horrible. So I'm just gonna stay away from those recipes. But I like the soups, like I make lentil soup or vegetable soup. But I don't I have I guess I have to get into my head that a pasta alternative may not be the right thing for me because I have to throw it out. But thank you. I'll
Well,
let you guys go. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Well,
all
thanks for
right. Well,
stepping up.
thanks for coming up. I really appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. I enjoy your company. Okay, bye bye.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye.
Hey, Sherry, Nicole, everybody else that's come in. Thanks for being here. Does anybody else want to come up and chat about anything? And we're open to all topics. Just come on up and join us for a conversation. We were talking a little bit about food as medicine. Basically, yeah, food allergies. And Bonnie, there are ways to work around food allergies as well. So, those things they're very interesting, and knowing certain things like history is so valuable and it's so important. And I really believe that because you either learn from it or you lose it, right? So our grandmothers and great grandmothers used to soak their grains before they ever used them. They soaked their flours, they soaked their oatmeal before they did their oatmeal bakes. I don't know if anybody remembers those, but they soak everything. And they would pre-soak them because it was easier for your body to digest it with the gluten's broken down. And that made your availability of stretching a buck really go further. And they knew how to do that back then, It wasn't about what you could show other people that you had. It was about what you had and how could you stretch it to share with others. And so that's kind of what we are about. We are about just trying to share information with you guys, trying to help you in any way we can. So like I said, and if you guys have ideas you'd like to see us do a show on, email us. If you go to the About tab of the YouTube page, email us and send me your ideas. I'll look into them. We'll do some research on them, and then we'll get up here and we'll have a conversation about it. Because sometimes that's the kind of help you need. Sometimes when you're the first person involved, it's harder to find the information because it's so big to you. But if you reach out and ask for a little bit help, you'll find people want to help. So, oh, that's awesome, Bonnie.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Heather. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes. How are you?
All right. I'm good. I'm good now that I'm on your channel. Hey, my first time on here.
Well,
I
thanks
just
for
had,
joining us.
yeah, I just had a little question because I've always been kind of wondering this, and maybe you guys will know, but is, without actually being tested for allergies, is kind of food allergies when you get that like yucky stuff in the back of your throat after you eat something, like I don't want to say it, but the phlegm. Is that what
It
that?
can be that. It can also
Yeah.
be headaches or digestive issues. Yeah, yeast
It could be a
infections
yeast infection.
can result from food allergies.
Oh wow.
Might
Okay.
be
You
too much
guys are so
sugar in the diet.
knowledgeable. Yeah. Because I know a lot of people, you know, you'll hear them like after they eat, and sometimes that happens to me. Like after I eat certain foods, I can't even. Maybe it's like ice cream or something that you really like, you know, and and then
Right.
your voice kind of goes, or something is in the back of your throat, and I'm like, what is that, you know? So. But I
That's
love those. I
yeah.
love the vinegar and apple cider vinegar. I love that stuff. But I put it in the chat. I don't think you saw it yet. But have you ever had those? You know I forget what brand they are, but gummies that are the apple cider vinegar
CBD?
gummies. I don't.
Oh
I'm not.
no, I've never even
Yeah.
seen those.
Okay. Well, I have to
I
get
bet we
the.
could make them though.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
wow.
Well,
Yeah.
because gummies are simply pectin,
Oh,
and
it
you
is.
can get
Yeah.
pectin from apples. You can get pectin, like just go buy the stuff to make Jello. Just buy pectin straight off the shelf, and then you can make any flavor Jello you want,
See,
or
that's what I
jams,
would,
or
yeah, I would love
jellies.
to do that. Yeah, I would love to do. Oh, yeah, my mom used to make, I heard you say in one of your videos, I think you make apple butter, right? You've made,
Yes.
yeah, my mom, when I was growing up, when I was little, she used to make that out in the country. She used to can, and she used to do the apple butter thing. One thing I didn't like though, she canned hot peppers. I mean, they were hot. She loved that kind of stuff. She loved pig's feet, all that kind of stuff. I didn't do that, but
Nah.
I did like the apple butter was okay, but I liked her jams a lot better because we would do the, you know, blackberry picking and all that. I'm used to all that stuff, but you know, after I grew up, I became a city girl. So, but I would love to get back into it. The only thing that prevents me from maybe moving to the country right now is all the insects. I don't know what
Well,
it is, but it's
you have
so
to fight them
gorgeous.
too.
What's
Yeah.
that? You
Yeah, you
hate
have
them?
to fight them too.
Just bring a bag of diatomaceous earth and some lemongrass oil, and you should be fine.
The
Oh,
biggest thing is
okay.
just keeping the area that you have in like a camping area. The biggest thing is even if we have, it doesn't matter what the acreage is it's just keeping moist areas dry, as natural as you can go. We just use 7 spray,
Don't leave
and I do it
sitting
about,
water.
yeah, I spray about twice a year depending on how wet it is,
Yeah.
and you don't spray right before rain because it is water soluble. But 7 spray is a 7 dust. It's just a diatomaceous earth with a few other ingredients that are all natural. Um, that's pretty much all it is. Is you're not going to get rid of all of them, but if you
Yeah.
keep your area clean, like just clean, just raked up, and not a place for them to be, they
Hmm.
don't spawn there. They try to go out towards the creeks and keep in that area where there's low laying water and always moist.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not
I
too
mean, I
bad. I
was.
mean, it's a different style. I mean, once you get out, it's there is a difference between really truly homesteading. When people say, "I want to go homestead," well, it's actually a lifestyle. It's not something you just go out in the woods and then you think, "Okay, I'll keep my 50-hour a week job." It doesn't work that way because you have to take care of the house. You got to take care of yourself. You're
Yeah.
doing things that aren't store wise because what you're essentially doing is getting off grid.
Right.
Being off grid and homesteading, you can keep the on grid part if you want, but then you have a bill every month that you got to take care of. If you go off
Yeah.
grid, sustain yourself, get yourself set up for just enough power is what you need. Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean you have to have 400 amps coming into your home. You just have to think logically and and go with the flow of how you live and keep that as a routine every day, every year. And eventually you don't have a job and you're just focused on your own property, your own well-being, and you have your garden you got to tend to, you have firewood you got to get. So it's a full-time job. When you do that, then you go to baking bread. We're in an in-between right now. This COVID's kind of helped us out a little bit, but it's kind
Yeah.
of dampened us too because we do sell products. I mean, and not everybody right now is buying. So that kind of hurt us. And we're still moving forward. This was part of the whole per se agenda for us. We're sort of off grid. We want to do the YouTube channel, but we're also wanting to sell our knickknack crafts and art and woodwork and just, you know, what
Yeah,
it is.
I bet there's so many people that would love to do what you guys are doing. They just haven't made that step to go do it,
And
you know,
that's,
especially if they're
And
living in
but
the city. Yeah.
the more people that take that step, right, that are courageous enough to take that step, the easier it becomes on people like us because we're already here, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
by supporting each other and building up each other, we build up communities.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And you're doing that now, spreading the news about it. So, you know, people that enjoy even just some parts of it can be better acquainted with, you know, what they need to do. I mean, you guys, yeah, you guys are awesome spreading all this information. I mean, seriously.
there are other people out there on YouTube who are doing the same thing. I think people
I think
like
you would
different,
like Prepsteaders. You should check her out.
Yeah, I think people like
I think
different
you'd like her.
aspects of the way people think and how they do things.
Yeah. Well, I
Just,
always
you know,
thought that maybe, you know, when I retire, will probably move maybe to a country space, maybe, or at least get, you know, a house or something there. So I love to see what you guys do. I really do. And even your background that you have up there today, it reminds me of growing up in Pennsylvania.
eh,
It really does.
That's our driveway.
that's the driveway
Yeah.
coming in. That's at the beginning. We're all at the end,
Yeah.
but this
Yeah.
is before our
Yeah.
transition. So
It's awesome too when you get to see the output, the product of what you make, you know, no matter what it is, a road,
yeah,
a house. I was part of my mom building her house when I was growing up before I joined the military a couple years before. She didn't finish it by the time I left, but it was so much gratitude I feel even now looking back, you know, that we built that. And I'm like, wow, I could do that. I could eventually go out and do that, you know? So it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, and that's the thing. So long as you know you can do it, you know, and it's
And
amazing because it really it calms the spirit, you know, it calms the mind, calms the
yes,
spirit, and puts you back in touch with yourself, you know, because you have to
yes,
be really in touch with yourself living in the country. Um or you don't really get to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I think it really builds on that. When you're out in nature, it really builds on cementing those the connection that you have to creator in a way that um everyday normal life maybe doesn't do that. You know?
yeah, yeah. You know, it's so much better now, even though we have the challenges, you know, of censorship and everything else that's going on right now. But when I was growing up, like I said, and my mom built her house, there was no internet for her to just jump on, and if she didn't know how to hook up an electrical wire, you know, there was none of that. So, and now it's much faster. So it's a lot easier now for people to do those things, you know, and watching you guys give all your knowledge and your experiences, and it's so much easier. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, you know, you just look back and think, wow, yeah, like when I was growing up, you know, we didn't have all those tools, you know. So what I'm getting at is things would take longer to do, you know. Building a house took whatever, twice as long or three times as long, you know. So
It was
it's just,
more conscious. Yeah. You were more
yeah,
conscious of everything you did.
yeah. So okay, I won't keep you guys. If you have anybody else coming up, I love you guys.
oh,
Oh,
well,
we
thank
love you too. Thank you,
Uh,
Sherry.
all right, I'll see you guys later.
Alrighty, take
Bye.
care. Have a great afternoon.
See you
Bye
tonight.
bye. Bye bye.
And yeah, Betty, absolutely agree. First 2 years when we got the pole barn, not pole barn, but our gamble barn out here, building the inside, doing everything. We cooked out on a campfire for 2 years straight.
Yep.
Absolutely loved it. I mean,
We have a
we already knew how to cook on campfire anyhow, just going camping. But it really was an eye opener to how much gas you save, electricity, on how we were going to go about doing solar power in the solar bank. I still have more batteries I have to add, but we can sustain ourselves for almost 24 hours with
out a solar recharge.
Yeah, because I also have a type of solar panel that doesn't require just the UVs. It can recharge on just even daylight. So even if the sun's not out, it's still charging my batteries.
Yeah, campfire food's nothing like campfire food.
We've really thought around everything that we did and how we're going to do it, and everybody's different. Our lifestyle, of course, is different from everybody else's lifestyle. So I went out and I bought the best and cheapest LED lights, knowing to keep my amperage down. We just ran across, which we didn't know, a boat and marine website, and some of the appliances on there, 12 and 24 volt, as well as price. Wow, cheap. And it's not cheap product, it's just they're not as expensive as going to like a high-end place, like some of those stoves I've seen. They're around $1,200 just for a 3-burner stove, and this place we found it for $600, so it was almost half the price. And different other things that you can order off of them, and just you have to be open to just search and search and search for what you really truly want, because eventually you'll come across it, or you can work around it. It might not be exactly what you want, but it's perfect, but it might be a little bit different that you can work around it. Construction wise, work around it where you can get parts for it, working around all the way the aspects all the way around. That way you have it for a lifetime, pretty much. I don't know. Greenhouse is next. It's going to be a year-round greenhouse, so we can grow year-round. We'll be having lemons, grapefruits, limes.
We're going to combine a couple different geothermal techniques that are going to naturally heat the greenhouse.
Another gentleman on YouTube.
Are you guys interested in seeing us try that process? Again, we're just regular folks, so we're going to fail at stuff. We're going to bumble around.
You're going to see us.
But if you guys are interested in seeing how we create that process, we'll try to tape it and maybe edit it together and throw it down in short clips or something.
Live stuff too.
Heck yeah,
that's what we're working on as well. We have a outdoor stove and grill with a oven. One of those.
I want an earthen oven.
Earthen ovens. We have that all planned out so we can cook outside, as well as we need it around here. That's for sure. A roof for it.
Oh, Sherry, if you ever decide that you'd like to try to make your own apple cider vinegar and you don't like the taste of the kind that you get at the store, a lot of people don't. I don't care for it. But if you make your own apple cider vinegar and you use like Granny Smith apples to make it, it's got such a good flavor that it's not bad to take as medicine. Just an FYI, guys. Prep Steaders has a video on that. That's how she makes hers. And she was my inspiration to try a bunch of different things. You guys, she's got a wealth of information. I've gotten a lot of information from her on things to check out and things to look for. So, and she ends hers in Bible verses. I know I don't do that, and I don't know if I will or not. I'm a firm believer in our First Amendment rights, and I try to be respectful of people and their belief systems. And we all may take different paths to God, to the Creator, but if we're all connected to Him, I don't see any problem with you walking your path and me walking mine. I do have her link, Bonnie. If you guys will bear with me a minute, I will find it and pull it up. I do have cast iron. I use my cast iron. I cook a lot with cast iron in the wintertime mostly, or when I'm cooking over a fire, because it's easier to regulate the heat in those. And I do the whole 2 cast iron skillets for an oven thing. Yep. Nice. Yeah, Betty, outdoor cook, and you know, there's a wholesomeness to outdoor cooking that you just don't get in food that's cooked inside. And we have a little camp stove that we're using right now because our kitchen's not set up because we're busy still trying to do the house, and we wanted to start this and try to help people with what we could help them with. Prep steaders. Yeah, I think that is right. Give me 1 second here, and I'll pull up that I don't know where my husband put them. But I have the link for her, and it's actually, you guys remember the video that I did where I put a whole bunch of prepping links down in the description? It wasn't the self-defense one; it was a different one, and I will find it. I'll put it in here tomorrow. I really think you guys would enjoy her, and maybe Mary's Nest. If you're not familiar with her, she does like Whole Foods kitchen, makes her own vegetable broth and her own stocks, and I take a lot of information from a lot of different sources and I put it together in my own way, and that's what I try to share with you guys. It's just my way of viewing it. It's just how we do it. You know, I encourage other people to come up and volunteer how they do it, because you never know what bit of information is going to help a person that didn't help the next person. You know, everybody learns different, and everybody tries things differently. So if you've got a different way, that it's excellent. I encourage you to come share it. I'm going to put the link in here one more time and let you guys hop up here if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine, but I'm going to probably get off here. I've got to get Raina's school stuff done. I've got to get her letters in and get an appointment made with our local teacher and see if she is willing to do the evaluation this year and when she can fit us in. So, excellent, Betty. Yeah, we're happy to have met you too. I love talking to Reaper. He doesn't treat any of my questions as stupid, and I ask a lot of questions because it goes back to that knowledge is power. The more you understand, right, the more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to make good purchases, the better equipped you are to handle certain situations, and the better, the more you know about what can go wrong and all that good stuff. So I really enjoy people that do that share in that conversation. So uh-oh, what did I do? Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Share video file. Okay. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Sorry. All right. So I'm probably gonna. Oh, hi, Monty. You're a little late, but I'm gonna probably get going for now, and I'm gonna play. Artist and Poet made this for us, and I was really pleased that she did that, and I'm gonna share that with you guys. This is gonna be our outro, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Much love and light to all of you, and have a blessed day.